It's a chilly, damp day today, and I'm in the mood for some comfort food. And for many of us, when we think comfort, we think something like apple crisp or hot apple pie with vanilla ice cream. Today I'm going to show you how to make a tender, flaky biscuit that you can use for cobbler, you can use for scones, and you can even use it for shortcakes. You start with 2.5 cups of all-purpose baking mix, like Bisquick. I've got that in my bowl, and to that I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of plain granulated sugar and a few tablespoons of melted butter. You'll be amazed at how easy this is. And 1/2 cup milk. I happen to have whole milk here today, but you could sure use 2% or skim. And then I'm just going to gently toss this together to make a nice soft biscuit dough. And depending on what I wanted to make, if I was making scones, I would just take this dough and pat it into a circle, cut it into triangles, and bake it on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Today I'm going to be using it for some apple cobbler. And you can see it's very moist dough, and I'm just going to scrape it onto my board that I've sprinkled a little bit of flour on. And then I'm going to just flour my hands a little bit, and I'll just give this a couple little pats like this, or knead it about just a few times to kind of make sure that it's all mixed together well. I'm just going to pat it out, and today I'm going to pat it about 1/4 inch thick because I'm going to cut it into rounds and then cut each round into quarters because I'm going to use these biscuit pieces to top my apple cobbler. So I'm going to cut them. Today I'm using about a 2 3/4 inch cutter, but you can use whatever size you want. Okay, you see I've got my little biscuits cut out, and this dough I would save because I can re-roll it. It's such a nice soft dough, I can re-roll it. I'm going to take my pizza cutter and cut each biscuit into quarters, and then I'm going to toss these biscuit pieces into a mixture of 2 tablespoons melted butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And if you have, I'm just going to kind of toss that together, and I think I'll use my fingers because I don't want to squish these little pieces too much. And once they're coated, I'm going to take them and just kind of drop them onto my apple pie filling. Now you could use your own apple pie filling. For convenience today, I'm using the canned, which works just great for this. And once I have my biscuits covering, and you know, they'll expand a little bit, they'll get nice and big and puffy. I might add just a couple more. And then it's ready to pop into the oven after I've sprinkled on a few little chopped walnuts. So there you go. You can have a wonderful hot apple cobbler from the oven for your dinner, dessert, or you can make biscuits like this, serve them for breakfast, or cut them in half and make shortcakes and just heat up some apple filling, sandwich it between your shortcakes, little vanilla ice cream. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I hope you'll go to our website, lakelandptv.org, and get some more ideas for using these tender, flaky biscuits. I'm Sue Doden, and now we're cooking.